Before the video starts, please leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Panther, and welcome your faces to another commentary! In today's commentary, we're going to be discussing something that may get a lot of people triggered, but it's going to be the fact that the reason we have futuristic Call of Duties and we have advanced movement in Call of Duty nowadays is because it's the community's fault. Now, you may be questioning and asking yourself, and just spewing out all this knowledge, but Panther, I don't work for Activision, bro, I don't work for Treyarch or Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer, so no, it's not my fault. Alright, take your panties out for 2 seconds and just listen, okay? It's not complicated. So here's how it went down. We gotta go into a little history of Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, Call of Duty was like a World War I, World War II type shooter, you know what I'm saying? Pretty basic stuff for the old consoles. And then, eventually, Infinity Ward was like, you know what? Let's try releasing a modernized game that takes place basically in the present, so it's more a modern shooter with like weapons and guns that we all know, that we can all use, and story that kind of takes place in our time era. Now, Activision was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, that's cool. You can go for that, but what we're going to do is we're going to have Treyarch over here. We're going to have them work on, you know, another World War II type shooter, just in case your modern era decides to, you know, completely screw up and ruin everything. So Infinity Ward released Modern Warfare, and that was such a big hit and such a big success. And it was just amazing. People were like, wow, the modern era of video games is actually really cool, having it take place in a time when we all know, and a time when we are all familiar with. And then, you know, another year goes by, and then World at War comes out. And that was also an amazing game, but people are like, man, you know, we kind of want a modern game, just like Modern Warfare. And that was kind of the escalation from World War era into the modern era for Call of Duty. And then after that, you know, we get, let's see, we got Modern Warfare 2, and then Black Ops, and then Modern Warfare 3. So, you know, we get some modern games in here. Black Ops was kind of set a little bit in the past, you know, not necessarily in the year like 2000. It was like, you know, with the Bay of Pigs and stuff back in like the 1900s, and, you know, it was still pretty modern. We were still like used to it. It was still kind of like a new-ish thing, a modern-ish thing. But then Black Ops 2 came out, and I would say that Black Ops 2 is still kind of a modern Call of Duty. Yeah, it's set in the year 2025, and it came out in 2012, so it wasn't really that far into the future. And what we have to remember is that Modern Warfare 3 took place, you know, in 2016, but it came out in 2011, so it was kind of futuristic, kind of set in the future-ish, I guess you could say, but not that futuristic. And then Black Ops 2 kind of took it a little bit of a step further. But Black Ops 2 was fun. Black Ops 2 was interesting, and the Call of Duty community really thoroughly enjoyed Black Ops 2, and we all thought that it was one of the greatest Call of Duties ever conceived, because it changed up the game, changed up kind of the model of Call of Duty, but it was still fun, and it still felt like Call of Duty. And then the next game came out, which was Call of Duty Ghosts, and it kind of took it a little bit back. It kind of took Call of Duty a little bit more back to its, you know, modern era roots. Call of Duty Ghosts was kind of supposed to remind people of the old Modern Warfare feeling, you know? It's supposed to kind of feel a little bit like that, a little bit futuristic, but kind of more toned back and stuff, and that's when people started freaking out. Because of Ghosts and how it was set, and the way the gameplay kind of, you know, actually played out, it was a really campy game, which not a lot of people enjoyed. So people were like, you know what, we're sick and tired of these campers, we need something done with this, we need some change. Call of Duty needs to change and adapt because we want something different. And the studios were like, alright, we are listening, we will change it up, we will kind of take camping out of the game and provide something completely different, way more fun, and it'll be interesting. That's when Advanced Warfare was created. Advanced Warfare was the product of all the communities complaining. It was different, it added more, it changed up Call of Duty. Like, let's look and see how different Advanced Warfare is from all the Call of Duties. We had completely different movement system, we had a bunch of gun variants, we had supply drops for the first time, which, what the fuck? It was set fairly far in the future. What was it, like 2063 or something? Or is that Black Ops 3? I don't know, I can't remember when Advanced Warfare is set, but it's sometime farther than Black Ops 2, and it completely changed it up, and we were, for the first little while, we were like, oh yeah, this is cool, like it's a new pace for Call of Duty, we kind of like it, you know, it's not completely different, it still is Call of Duty, it still has some of the same BS as Call of Duty, but it's fun, and it's chaotic, and that's what people kind of enjoyed. But then, like, 6 months into Advanced Warfare's life cycle, people were like, you know, it's not really that fun anymore, you know, it's kind of a little too unpredictable, we don't really like it that much, it's a little too chaotic now that we think about it. So they would kind of go back and play some of the older Call of Duties. And then Black Ops 3 kind of comes around, and this was during the development stage of, when Call of Duty Ghosts came out. So they're developing Black Ops 3 while Ghosts is already out, and Ghosts is the current game. So my guess is they were continuing the story for Black Ops 3. And then Activision saw how much people enjoyed Advanced Warfare, and they're like, kind of, hey Treyarch, make a futuristic title, kind of like this, kind of add this little extra movement stuff, kind of make it more set in the future than you're planning. So my guess is Treyarch probably had an idea, and they had to slightly tweak that idea just to make it fit, the futuristic setting and the advanced movement and stuff. So then after Advanced Warfare came out, we get Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is a pretty solid game, people enjoyed it, but unfortunately we're a little bit sick of the futuristic stuff. But by this point, Infinite Warfare is already way into development, and you can't really change something when you're that far into it. Like, it was 2 years into development, and that's when people are like, we don't like this futuristic stuff, we don't want advanced movement. But Infinite Warfare was already like 2 years into development. They can't scrap that. Now yes, they did make Modern Warfare 3 in like 8 months, but I mean, this is a current gen game. You can't really do much. There's a lot of resources that you just completely threw out the window. So what can you do? So Infinite Warfare is released, and the community is pissed off. Not only because it's futuristic, not only because of, the advanced movement and everything, but just the fact that it's not what we're asking for at this point. It's not at all what we want. It has nothing that we want, really. It added back in supply drops, stuff that we don't like, the advanced movement stuff we don't like, futuristic settings, stuff we don't like. And this is where the community is kind of in shambles right now. Because once Modern Warfare Remastered was released, then we're kind of like, see, this is what Call of Duty needs to be. But then again, we still get those same hypocrites who are saying Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered is amazing because it's, the same Call of Duty that we all enjoy. But then you get the other people who are like, Call of Duty needs to change, and it needs to adapt to everything. And that's where we have kind of the imbalance. So the whole reason that Call of Duty is completely changed and it's gone futuristic, it's not necessarily because of Activision. Now, yes, of course it is Activision. They're money-grabbing. I mean, they're amazing games. But it's just because the community asked for something different, and there was just a little bit of miscommunication there. So that is the reason Call of Duty is completely changed now. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Please leave a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.